Hi guys, I'm back with another book and another movie. So this time the book is The Help by Kathryn Stockett and the movie is also of the same name, The Help, directed by Tate Taylor. So I'll start with the book. The Help was published in 2009 by Penguin Books. This is Kathryn Stockett's debut novel and it took around 5 years for the book to come out. She approached around 60 literary agents and it was a long journey and it was rejected continuously, and it was a long journey for her until Penguin Books published it, and it was a bestseller. It remains a bestseller. The book is about 3 women. There is Skeeter, the daughter of a very rich plantation owner. Then there is Abilene, who is an African American housemaid, and Minnie, who is Abilene's very close friend and also a housemaid. These are 3 women who are very strong and very different from each other. It is their dynamics actually that you see in the book, how they relate to each other, how they are able to understand and empathize with each other, and how they support each other. So Skeeter comes back from university. That's how the novel starts. She gets back from university and she finds herself totally lost. She finds that she cannot tolerate a lot of things that she had accepted, unthinkingly as a child. The way the help is treated, the way they talk about the people who work for them, the way they expect things from them that are totally inhuman sometimes. And what is expected of Skeeter as the daughter of a plantation owner. She is just expected to look good and keep quiet and marry well and reproduce. That is all that is expected of her. She is not expected to think. But Skeeter wants to be a writer, and she tries. Initially she does try to fit into what her mother wants from a good daughter, or what is expected of her as a good daughter. She attends parties thrown by her friends. She tries to go out with a guy who is accepted by her family, but she just cannot keep quiet. She wants to write. She wants to write about so many things, and she ends up getting a job in the local newspaper. She's desperate and she just walks into the newspaper and she lands a job as somebody who answers questions about cleaning, household cleaning and such stuff, such household queries, and in order to answer that, she finds that she needs the help of one of the housemaids, and that is how she comes into contact with Abilene. Now Abilene is a beautiful character. Abilene is sadness, Abilene is joy, Abilene is strength. There's so many things about her. She's vulnerable, she has lost her son, and she brings up children of other households. So that's Abilene for you. And Abilene is like, she does not want to be a rebel, and she just wants to be left alone to lead her life, comfortably, and in the manner in which is expected of somebody in her position. And exactly opposite to her is her friend Minnie. Minnie is a sassy, outspoken person, and because of her outspokenness, she is fired from a lot of jobs. So she keeps getting fired, and in the end, she lands up with Celia, who is a white person and who is an outcast because of circumstances, okay? And she's married to this rich guy and all that, but the others don't accept her. So this is the setting, and then Skeeter comes into contact with Abilene and they start talking, and Skeeter finds that she wants to write something about what these people are going through. And on the side there's also another story about Skeeter's maid Constantine. Constantine was a constant presence in Skeeter's life, and she was the maid who had been there for Skeeter throughout and who was there when Skeeter was a child. When she comes back from university, Skeeter finds that Constantine is missing. And nobody gives her a correct answer. Her mother just tells her that Constantine has left to be with her daughter. That's it. So Skeeter also wants to know what has happened to Constantine. So Skeeter and Abilene and Minnie get together and they want to write. Skeeter wants to write about the experiences of these maids and what they have to go through and what Skeeter sees in her friends' houses. So there are so many of these characters, and they are predominantly women. Most of the characters, or rather all the characters that you find, are predominantly women, and it is their world that Kathryn Stockett has written about. And then the story progresses, you find what happens in their lives, and it is written very well. So we see Skeeter interacting with Aibileen and the stories that they come up with. Aibileen then contacts Minnie. Minnie comes up with the stories that she has, and then the book is published. And how it is, of course, it cannot come in the names of Aibileen and Minnie. So it comes in another name, and how it is received there, and the repercussions that these three women have to deal with. So this is how the story proceeds, and there are a lot of other things happening in the sides which add to the narrative and which adds to the atmosphere that is created about what is happening to the African American women working in households. There are other maids also who are talked about, but these three women are the central characters, and they are the ones who drive the story forward. It is a beautiful novel. It will make you think, it will move you. And later this was made into a movie. So in 2011, this movie, The Help, which is directed by Tate Taylor, was released, and it was nominated for a couple of Academy Awards, and it won the Academy Award for the Best Supporting Actress for Octavia Spencer. The casting was superb, and like I was speaking about in The Godfather, the casting has really taken the movie to another level. That is Viola Davis. Oh my God, she is amazing. Viola Davis as Aibileen, Emma Watson as Skeeter, Octavia Spencer as Minnie. Then there is Jessica Chastain as Celia, the person for whom Minnie works for. So there are these incredible women, and there are a lot of things which are left out. I mean, there are things which are left out in the movie, mainly due to the duration, I guess. But it is these women who really will make you sit there and watch it. So the movie was really taken to another level by these three women, by the actors. Viola Davis has given a brilliant performance. I was totally taken up by the way she has interpreted the character, you know. Aibileen is strong. Aibileen is a very solid presence, but there is such a depth of sadness in her. And Viola Davis' eyes are pools of sadness. She is smiling, she is talking to children, she is laughing, but those eyes are so incredibly sad. And you know, that has come there due to the loss of her son, and also through the pattern of loss that is repeated in her life. She goes to houses and she brings up these children, these small little babies grow up, and then they leave her. And not only do they leave her, but they fall into the track set by the mothers and they look down on them. So intense loss each time she has to let go of a baby. So that is Viola Davis. And then there is Octavia Spencer, who is sparkling. Same thing, you know, her eyes are sparkling and you can see that twinkle and that sass in her eyes. So Octavia Spencer is brilliant as Minnie, and Emma Watson as Skeeter has done a great job. But I mean, I just cannot stop talking about Viola Davis and Octavia Spencer because they have done such a great job. So the movie has more or less followed the plot line of the book. There is not much of a difference, but yes, there are some things which have been changed in the movie. So Emma Watson as Skeeter is petite and pretty, but in the book Skeeter is somebody who's very unhappy with her appearance. She's heavy, she's tall and gangly, and she's got hair which is like straw. So there's a lot of insecurity due to her appearance within her, and that is where her maid Constantine steps in and keeps reassuring her that she is beautiful, and it's how you think about yourself, not how others see you. That should be your criterion for beauty. And Constantine is a much more stronger presence in the book than in the movie. In the book, Skeeter is constantly searching for Constantine. Constantine was that solid, supportive, you know, presence in her life, and so that much importance is not given to Constantine in the movie. Then another difference is how the book comes about. In the movie, Skeeter comes up with the idea for the book herself, but in the novel, it's through her interactions and conversations with Aibileen that the idea for the book comes out. So there are a couple of differences. Like then the end of the movie, what happens to Abilene is very different in the book and in the movie. So there are certain differences like this which can be completely overlooked because of the brilliant performances by the cast, by Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer and Emma Watson. So I think this is one of the few movies that I felt did complete justice to the book. And even though there are so many more layers in the book, the movie will give you a fair idea of what the story is about. So that was the help for you, the book and the movie. So next time also I think I will come back with another book and a movie, because I find that there are so many books which have been made into good movies, regional books, and like if you guys find anything, then do let me know, because I'd love to see it and read it and talk about it. So until we meet again, it's goodbye, have fun, bye.